right, hey, what's going on, guys? How do you do? It's your boy Gray here, and welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, XDefiant has officially released to the public here, and in today's video, I wanted to bring you guys my personal best settings that I have so far with this game, and I think you guys might be interested in using. And before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys could do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, if you just haven't done so already. Turn on notifications and drop a like on today's video. Leave a comment if you guys have any questions or anything that I can answer for you regarding XDefiant. I'll definitely try to get back to as many people as I can. And I think this is important to know that I am currently playing on a PlayStation 5, so these are going to be console settings, and hopefully they work out for you guys. Feel free to copy my settings and then tweak specific things to your personal liking. I'm actually still going to be tweaking a few things here and there. So with that said, here we go, you guys. Starting things off here with the gameplay and user interface. My field of view is currently at a 105. I feel comfortable with that one. ADS field of view is set to consistent. I think that's the better option there. ADS behavior is set to hold. ADS sensitivity transition is to instant. Melee during ADS is off. If you want to turn this feature on, to each their own. At the end of the day, that's up to you guys. Go ahead and, go for it if you guys want. Aiming interrupts reload is set to off. I actually do like this option being on. I like the ability to being able to aim down sight while reloading at the same time. It's just something that I personally like and enjoy using. Crouch behavior is set to toggle. Sprint behavior is set to tap. Auto sprint is off. Now, a lot of people, you guys might be used to the auto sprint. That's something that I've actually never used. Even in Call of Duty, I never had auto sprint on. To each their own at the end of the day. If it's something that you want to have on, by all means, go for it. That is your call. Sprint interrupt reload off. That's one that I think everybody should have off there. Slide behavior is set to tap. Auto reload weapon is set to on. Basically, when you're shooting your gun and you empty out the magazine, it'll just reload for you. That's something that you don't even have to think about. Auto switch weapon is on too. So if you completely run out of ammo with one of your guns that you're unaware of, it'll switch to your secondary option automatically. Auto grab ledge is off. That's a feature that I feel like a lot of people don't need to have on, especially if it's something that you're not controlling. You could be in the middle of a gunfight, you could be close to an edge and it'll mantle, and it is something that you didn't want to do. So just have that off for the moment. Scoreboard behavior, basically when you press the pad on a PlayStation 5 controller, when you press the pad, you just tap it and you can toggle the scoreboard. Adjust HUD limits here. I just have this set up to my monitor, to each their own here. I just have it maxed out there. Challenge notifications, I have that set to all. Damage numbers, I actually turned that on. I mean, I didn't mind having that information on screen. It's actually good information to have. Enemy health bars is on. I think that's one that everybody should have as well on. Mini map rotation is set to off. Distance units, I just have it set to meters. Your other options is yards, whatever you guys want. I just have it set to meters. Ping display is on, which basically you guys can see top left hand corner. It'll actually indicate what your ping is going into a match, and obviously the region and all that stuff. Team composition overlay. So this is the team composition overlay, provides info on player status, ultras, and abilities. I currently have that off. I had it on for a little bit and then I turned it off because I just didn't think it was anything that I had to have on, but I might change my mind down the road. We'll see. And next up here, guys, moving along, let's move over to controller. All right, so these settings are probably going to be the most important to get a great feel for the game and have the game feeling as smooth as possible for you. So feel free to follow along and make any adjustments that you want here. Starting things off here, button layout is set to brawler. You have a bunch of different options here, but brawler is basically a tactical button layout from Call of Duty, which is what I usually play with. So I went with brawler. Stick layout is just set to default. Aim assist, you only have two options here. If you're playing on controller, on console, just leave the aim assist on. There's nothing here for aim assist strength and aim assist follow. I mean, just set that, leave it to what it is. Personal preference when it comes to aim response curve type. You got to go into a match and see what feels the best for you. I have always felt that I perform the best with a linear aim response curve type. To each their own at the end of the day, but for me it's always been linear. All right, next up here, guys, horizontal sensitivity and vertical sensitivity is set to both 30. I actually bumped it up. I think the default is 25. You guys can start at 25 and just work your way up, and I'm probably still gonna bump this up a little bit also, because it does feel a little bit slow still. So I think I might even be able to go up to like a 34 35 maybe. So we'll see. I'll keep working on that. Next up here, guys, controller aim look sensitivity factor. I actually lowered this down to a 0.65. I felt like my shot was just so much more on point with a 0.65. I'm gonna keep trying and working on increasing this a little bit more. I might go up to a 0.75, but for the moment, this is what I'm working on, and once I feel really comfortable, I'll probably bump it up and see how it feels. But that's where I'm at right now. Controller aim scope look sensitivity, I just left it as is, as a 1.0. Dead zone stick, and I'm sorry, dead zone left stick and dead zone right stick. This is completely user preference based on your controller. For me, my best settings for me for my controller right now, was left 3 and right 2. For the acceleration speed multiplier, basically you guys can see right there, it'll add an acceleration multiplier at maximum stick input to further boost look speed, not applied while aiming down sight. I just left that at 1.0. All right, to each their own. At the end of the day, you guys can fool around with this if you want. I might fool around with it, you know, down the road, we'll see, but for the moment I just left it as is. Invert horizontal axis off, invert vertical axis off, controller vibration off. That is a setting that I recommend everybody turn off. Controller vibration. You don't need the added vibration on your controller, messing with your aim, messing with your shot. Excuse me. All right, next up here, guys, audio and voice chat. I basically just left everything as is. I'm a content creator, so I don't necessarily need the music. If you guys want to have the music on, to each their own. I just lowered the music. I just muted the music all the way. I don't need the music because I don't need that in the video. I typically provide my own music on stream and in videos, so I just turned that off. But everything else is set to 100. And this also, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, some of this audio is really loud, so I might even start adjusting this down, down the road as well. But for now, it is what it is. I'll just leave it as is. Voice chat is on. Voice chat channel chat set to public. Voice chat volume 100, 20 for the input threshold, and my volume boost is set to 20. That's basically all just default stuff right there. Brightness, again, I just left it as default, ladies and gentlemen. This is under video settings. Brightness is set at 10. Contrast is set at 15. If you have the HDR settings, unfortunately, my monitor doesn't work for the 120 hertz refresh rate. If it did, I would have that on 100%. So to each their own there, but that's what I left mine at. Following that here, guys, language and accessibility settings. Starting things off, game language is English for me, dialogue English, subtitles. This is again, I've said this so many times before in the past in other setting videos. For whatever reason, I don't even know why, but for whatever reason, ever since I was like, ever since I got a PlayStation 3, for whatever reason, man, I've always had subtitles on. I don't know why, and I've just always had them on since then. So I personally have subtitles on, and then all of these settings were default here. Colorblind setting. This is something that you guys might be interested in changing for yourselves. So I ended up going with the Tritanopia, and the reason being is because the enemies are displayed more in like a red color, as to this. Like everything is red in this one here. So I ended up going with Tritanopia. To each their own. At the end of the day, I just do like the fact that the enemy colors, that they're all at the same like red hue color. The none option is good too. So to each their own. At the end of the day, whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. I just went with Tritanopia. My flashbang effect, and I recommend you guys change this from it's set to bright. You got to change it to dark, just so it doesn't hurt your eyes that much. Menu context and all this stuff here, menu narration, chat, video, all this stuff is just set to default. I didn't really make changes to any of that stuff. All right, and here we go, man. Matchmaking an account, and completely to each their own here. I usually always have crossplay on, and I have the input based on, but up to you. If you want to make those changes, if you want to turn something on and off, that's completely up to you guys. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is everything for the moment. In the future, if there's any big changes, or if I have personal, like any big changes that I feel like I need to share with you guys, I'll bring you guys an updated settings video soon, if need be. At the moment, ladies and gentlemen, those are my current settings. Feel free to copy that and work off of it as you please. I'm probably still going to make some adjustments, but I feel really comfortable with the settings that I have right now. Now, real quick, I also ended up getting the battle pass. I'm actually not really sure exactly what I want to do when it comes to like bundle reviews or just like this stuff, like pack reviews and stuff. I'm not really sure how I want to approach this, but I do like the option that you do have like the packs, and then you also have like singular items that you can buy. Unfortunately, it's like it's a lot. I get it. It's a free game, but I was hoping that these things would be a little bit cheaper. But let me know if you guys want me to cover anything specific, if you guys care about like just a singular item or a pack itself. I'll definitely be happy to do something. I'll probably bring you guys a founder pack, one of these. I'll probably do the cheapest one just to get it out of the way, but we'll see. All right, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys are brand new around here, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a like on today's video. Click on that thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. XDefiant officially here. We got a lot of content. I got a lot of grinding to do with this game. I'll be bringing you guys best class setup videos, bundle review videos, pack videos, singular item videos if need be, and yeah, just a lot of stuff coming up. So stick around. Thank you so much for the continued love and support. If you guys are interested in getting any Control Freak products, you can always check out their website, link in the description. You can use code GRAY at checkout. If you guys thinking about getting anything from G Fuel, currently having some of the French vanilla flavor here from G Fuel, you can use code YTGRAY over at checkout. I believe at the moment it's a 20 or 25% discount off your order over at G Fuel. Go check them out. And if you guys are thinking about getting a new controller for PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, highly recommend checking out AIM controllers, link in the description below. All right, man. Give us a follow outside of YouTube on our social media platform, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'm going to call it there for me today, you guys, all right? A lot more stuff coming up on the way. Till the next one, my name is Gray. Peace.